Moose is in the house. Moose is in the house. Watch out. Watch out. Here's Moosey.
Hey, what's good, everybody? Hope you're doing fantastic. I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking. Let me check my mic. Okay, I think everything's okay. Cool. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a good time. I was watching back my stream from yesterday, and mic and everything seemed a little bit better. It was not yesterday, the day before. But yeah, yesterday I was having issues with, what do you call it? My computer, like all my USB stuff kept losing power. And so I was like, well, I can't really stream if my mouse and my keyboard and everything is dying constantly. And so I got a little USB hub. It seems to be working. Everything's okay now. Yeah. I think we're good to go. Hope you guys been good. I had to go to work this morning, but so that meant I didn't get to actually work on any video stuff today, which is, you know, not the end of the world. But we're doing okay. Genji, thank you for the sub, very kind of you, for the Basil bucks. So today we're going to be doing the last little bit of the plant run, and then I think we're going to be doing some, if we still have time left, we're going to do a tier list. It's been a really long time since we've done any tier list talk for Monster Rancher 2, and there's some stuff that's wrong that I would like to readdress, and, you know, with 5 years of gameplay, you know, it's a little bit different than what we originally thought it was. Anyway, let me get into it. No, that's wrong. There we go. I should really just delete this scene. I'll worry about that later. It's kind of a duplicate that is just worse. TTS tier? Alright, if you say so. I've been editing together the playthrough of the last one. Hold on. Trying to get audio levels good. I think that's okay. We're not doing a tier list of all more monsters. That's that could be a way to kill an entire stream, but like we're not worried about that right now. Okay, continue. So here's where we left off yesterday. We're in rank A. We're struggling a little bit. Got a lot of lifespan left on this plant, though, which is nice. Yeah, last thing we did is we lost the rank A tournament. We got second, and then I was like, you know, fuck it, we'll just keep it. Got some stats for it, not the end of the world. We're in Elder 2, so our stat gains right now are not super, super good. Yes, this is my boy Keanu Leaves. We will do our best to beat the game with him. But if not, you know, we've unlocked a whole bunch of stuff with him. Our first guy, we beat the game with. Second guy, we unlocked Joker, Bajarl, Phoenix, Dragon, Jill. We haven't unlocked Jill yet, but we did find the footprint. How you doing? I'm doing good. Maybe tier listing today. We want to go on another expedition because I want to get Paradoxin. If we can get Paradoxin, then this guy's gonna just roll the rest of the game. Just started my last college semester. Happy for early streams. Hell yeah. Play Monster Line Farming, feeling kind of disappointed that it's mostly just a Uma Musume clone with fights instead of races. Yeah, that it is. It quite literally is. Okay, so we were doing pull because this is 3-star and it just is gonna fail way too often. And lowering my speed right now doesn't matter. It's already like close to 0, and then if we feed it Paradoxin, it's just gonna drop more anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Hey Rosal, how are you doing? It's been mentioned yet, but Twitch chat isn't showing on the stream. Weird, yeah, it isn't. I wonder why. Did I accidentally turn it off? Chat box. No, it's there. Okay, there we go. And then I gotta find the... chat box. YouTube. Refresh. That one takes a little while. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's all good. Just working excited to lurk more? Hell yeah. What does Smart Monsters mod do? You're looking at it. So, this monster does not exist in the base game. The More Monsters mod adds a bunch of community-made monsters into the game. Plant Dragon wasn't a combination you could get in base Monster Rancher 2. But this is a texture that I made. Applied it to plants, and through, you know, some video game wizardry, some game dev magic, it behaves exactly like you would expect a combination of these two monsters to behave like. It has the guts rate of a combination plant dragon. It has the stat gains of a combination plant dragon. It's not just like a reskin. It's like, it plays the way the monster's supposed to play. It's very, very cool. There's a whole bunch. I think we're at like 250 or something. I've seen the model up close. The torso detail is so good. Thank you. Let's look again. Like, some of the tiling is off. Like here, like it doesn't match up perfectly. But if you look at regular plant, it's kind of the same way. I made all the tendrils, like, they're scaly, but they're like a different kind of scaly, so they look kind of like gross and like scabby. Same thing with like the inside of its mouth. He's got a little hidden eyeball. Whee! Did we ask for permission to show this angle? Plant's okay with it. It's not wearing any clothes. Wow, look at him. Oh, sick. Alright, Misty. Do a Misty. Whoop! No, wait, the backflip, that's a rodeo. Misty's front flip. There we go. Hell yeah, that's sick. Look at him. Doing tricks on it. Bro needs chapstick, I know. Is there Dragon Nautilus? Not yet. Special sound. Dunk! Whatever it is, yeah. I keep wanting to make new monsters, right? I got a lot of ideas in mind. I have like a little sketchbook where I've like kind of drawn stuff. Hey, JP.
Lurking, but wanted to say hi. Good luck on the mod and hope we get time for tier list shenanigans.
Thank you, JP. Appreciate it. Nighton Dragon is one that I've got brewing. Dragon Plant I got to finish at some point. It's just... I have so many other things on the go that it's kind of taken a backseat. I would have to do it instead of video editing or instead of streaming, and you know, those streams, they're fun when I'm like doing it, but like nobody really likes watching it. Some of you guys are into it, but a lot of the other people are not. The viewership is they say it's algorithm poison is what they're calling it. I luckily am able to have a little bit of algorithm poison in my life because I don't rely on this for rent. But right now, at this particular time in the summer, work is slow. And so this is where I like actually go a little bit harder on streaming and stuff. In the winter, maybe we'll get back to it because I don't have to worry too much about, you know, paying rent. We're going to rest next week. We're going to go on Expedition again. We're going to try and get some Paradoxins. Still has 164 weeks of lifespan left. Really, really long old age on this guy. He doesn't like tablets, but that's okay. Alright, it's Rovest. You've tried the Rove Rest. Now try the Rove Vest. Okay, is Plant still small? He looks a little bit bigger. This is normal size. So is the size discrepancy thing only on the Korea errantry? You gonna make Dragon Undine? Nah. I don't have it in my mindset on anything Undine related. Sizes get goofy when they enter leave locations? Ah, gotcha. Okay. Okay, 2 Paradoxons would be nice. 3 would be very cool, but I think we're gonna reset till we get 2.
I want to play video games.
Hey, Buck McCool. Thanks for the prime. All I get is ice. I got 1, but like it wasn't. 1's not enough. Imagine, like, you're a treasure hunter. You go into the ice cave and you keep pulling out chunks of ice, and you're like, "Is this anything? Is this? Should we bring this home?" And it's like, "It's snow, you freak! What the hell?" I wonder if still Guts Ray plant like this or Golem sub can make use of lifesteal. I mean, it would be more accurate. But I think having like a Queen plant or something that has a really fast Guts rate is probably still the best use case. Because you get to swing it more often. 50 Guts on plant is like not actually that crazy of an investment. The issue is more so that it has slap in the same slot, you know? Doesn't ice give stress reduction or something during summer months? It increases the amount that rest recovers for 1 month in the summer, I think. Alright, there's one. Plant Golem can get minus 50? Because it starts sub 50, plus 50, right? You're an ice freak and you love eating ice. I also live in eternal 30 Celsius weather. Okay, but like, it's not a treasure. Is what I'm getting at. Like, the whole cave is made of ice and you're like, I think I found something cool. It's ice. I don't remember if I've asked this before, but is there a repository for the base textures of the monsters? I wanted to work on some of the textures. So yeah, it's not like a repository, but there's an app that was made that makes it really easy. Ice Bath Challenge. Plus 45 is the nature for Rock Plant. Rock Plant's nature is plus 45. Every time I hear 45, I get that, you know, I'm getting me a brimful of Asha. Do kind of love the items with weirdly specific use cases Monster Hunter 2, but the limited item slots make them pretty bad. Yeah, but I mean, such is life, right? The thing that's really funny about like the very specific use cases is it doesn't tell you. So you're like, is this worth holding on to? I don't know. There's no way for me to possibly know. Some of them have like vague hints towards it in their descriptions. But like without Advanced Viewer, you have no idea how much your monster is recovering from fatigue or whatever when they rest, right? So wait, if you all the more monster subs, yep, they're up on legendcup.com. So while how much the game systems are intentionally obscured from the player, that's just sim games in general, though. All sim games are, you know, they exist in a frame of reference where it's like you don't know everything. And you getting better at the game is being able to intuit more of the game. Game is full of discovery? Yeah, that's what makes it good, IMO. There's definitely ways to figure it out blind. I mean, I think if you... It's a little bit disingenuous to say that you could figure out, like, lump of ice blind. Alright, sick. Because that requires you knowing it triggers in a specific month, and knowing it affects rest, and then checking to see different breakpoints on, like, your monsters, like, on Holly, or not Holly, on Colt's message to you. Oh yeah, he's small now. And seeing if I rest with this in my inventory, what does it do? And that's like a level of curiosity that I think 99.999% of people don't have. But I also don't think it's that big of a deal. I think some people look at Monster Rancher and they want it to be something it's not. Like, the game is not for them because they're like, I want all of the numbers written out for me. And it's stupid and it's a bad game and bad game design because it doesn't tell me everything. And it's like, you're looking for a different kind of game. That's fine. Never understand the tism of Monster Hunter 2 fans, right? But it wasn't... That's not how it was discovered, though. You're looking for EVE Online, yeah. Okay, well, none of those were good, but it's some money. Give me some silver, some gold. I don't think I can get gold with a good-natured monster. Paradoxin's also a pretty good item to feed my monster if I want to start feeding it sweet jellies. We can go get lifesteal. Overestimating the quality of life from a game from 1999. I also don't think it's a quality of life thing. I think giving you access to like all the parameters is not a quality of life thing. It's an intrinsically different game. IMO. Quality of life is like, this text runs too slow, like, let's fix it. Quality of life is not, this game hides information from me. I want perfect knowledge, but my ideal Monster Rancher like gives a little bit more info than Monster Rancher gives on like stress and rest. Yeah, so you're looking for like Ultra Kaiju, which, you know, did a lot of things right in that sense. Except for stress. It, like, legitimately tells you everything except for stress. Did Twitch explode? Yep. Alright. Refresh. We're back. Okay. Cool, we're back. KT would not accept this small level of UCAM Arslander. I think they would because they've forgotten the game exists. Personality trait system in Monster Hunter 3 gets really confusing to me, especially the ones that just have obscure dialogue line when you cursor over them. What do you mean when you cursor over? Oh, like... Monster Hunter 3's biggest issue is translation. It's just translated badly, which makes it hard to discern what's going on. That's a thing that can be fixed with quality of life. We're doing some exploring. I can't get duck in yet, so... Wait, oh yeah, I gotta go around, that's right. It's really funny how big this area is compared to the other maps. We made some money. Can play this mod on iOS? Probably not. Because this uses Reloaded 2 as a game launcher, and, you know, 200% no mobile support, yeah. What was my plan? Doing good. Just got some Paradoxins, so we are ultra Gucci. I don't want to sell that. Okay. No, I want sweet jelly. I'm gonna buy some nuts oil, but too though. Nuts oil and rest. Like cool being like I'm so cool, and rather than style change more slowly. Yeah. Surely the player can figure this out without help. Alright. We're paradoxing and... And we're gonna start feeding the sweet jellies. Cool monsters should just randomly put on shade accessories they own. Honestly, I think my biggest Monster Hunter 3 quality of life change would be allowing more accessories at the same time. I keep getting Patreon notifications, but it's not for me, so it's like, what the hell? It's like my bank going like, oh, you just got a deposit. Nah, just kidding. One of your friends got a deposit. Isn't that cool for them? Is Turning on? No. No, we're just chilling. Accessory points are pretty dumb. Yeah, I think it's just like a memory allocation thing, right? Like there's only so much the game can like remember is happening. I understand them not wanting to put like 2 different hats on or whatever, right? So I want to use that one camera that connects to the PS2 to put my face on the mask. What's funny is it's like a specific Sony camera, and it's not even like the iToy. Like what I would have assumed the iToy would work, but the iToy does not work. Okay, so Paradoxin is going great. You may not notice because we're only raising life, but at the end of this, we're going to take a look at our power and skill again. The PS2 Sony peripherals were all over the place. I can scold here. Okay, that's good for me. The scolding is good. It hurts my my loyalty a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal otherwise. Okay, nuts oil. Excited about the possibility of a new tier list? Yeah, I think we're probably going to get to it. I don't have a million weeks of lifespan left on this guy. me some nuts oil. Okay. So one more week of Paradoxin training, and then we're Gucci. Okay, so I've lost 20 nature over the last month and a half, which is nice. It's not crazy, though. Also dig the dragon plant? Cool, thank you. Hold on. Did that actually work? All of my browser sources have been, like, dying on the intro of the stream. Here, let me roll that for you. Oh. Didn't work. Gotta wait 5 minutes. How's the mod experience for you overall? No setup issues? No, been super easy. Alright, let's roll a level 4 for the time being. And then I'll roll a level 5 for you again. Get a Jill. Okay, so take a look at our monster now. Look at that. Now he's got more power than he has intelligence. Love that for him. Browser sources are weirdly finicky for reasons. I think it might just be I need to update OBS, but it's been like falling apart the last little couple of weeks. This boy min-max, we're getting there for sure. I don't know if I need more speed. I'm gonna have a hard time against, like... Well, I was gonna say Astound, but Astound's not in this. He's moved on. Anybody who's, like, high power with, like, extremely big moves. We'll do the rank A tournament. I think, what do I do here? I think run drills. We just do run drills, and I keep feeding the sweet jellies in the time being. Testing something in specific? No, we're just having a fun little casual playthrough. Can totally do S now? I'm pretty sure I can, yeah. I'm actually gonna rest here. It allows for some more item usage next. Why the jelly going for a specific tech? Yeah, I want to get lifesteal. I have many, many more to feed it, though. I should go on some more expeditions, just for the sake of increasing its lifespan, because we want to do the Elder's Cup, and we're at 4 years and 9 months, and he has roughly 2 years of lifespan left. So it's going to be kind of close. Because we need to be 6 years, 3 months in second week of June. Yeah, I'll hit it. I'll be okay. Wish Tecmo still had the sauce. Yeah, well, you can blame Koei for that. When do you like doing a mixed attacker like this? In casual play. It's not great for competitive, because you're always like hindered by a stat cap. But in casual play, it's like, I'm really just looking at, like, do I like 2 different attacks? On this guy, I'm gonna be honest, really don't like Seed Gun and Seed Gatling. They're not very good moves, but they just carried me through the beginning of the game. Toxic Nectar is funny. I want to get, like, Face Drill and some of the bigger power techs, but then I also want to get Life Drain. So with, like, Root Combo, Face Drill, Life Drain, I have, like, Accurate Attack, On the power side, I have a big damage, fun, like gimmicky attack on the intelligence side. It's all over. It's fun to be able to hit all the buttons. Yeah, exactly. We're down to 30 nature. I still need to drop it by 80 more points. But we've dropped it by 40 so far. So it's a long process. We're doing okay though. Oh, let's just do rank S. I think we can do rank S. That was the issue. We didn't lose to rank A, we lost to rank S. I think we're gonna trounce it now. Alright. Ramo? Pecan? How's Pecan still alive? What the hell, man? This dude's been in rank S for like 5 years. Bracer is new. Tank, Anemia, Quanez are all old folks. Gitano, I think we fought once. I'm not too worried about you, Pecan. Just stop slamming down. Oh, he hit me again. What the heck? 100 damage slamming down. Love that. Imagine getting out-damaged by root combo. Couldn't be me. It's going to be very nice once I have anger. And I can't be withered anymore. Won't get withered again. We don't need the KO. Oh, you got me the trample. Big damage trample. When I see Dragon Combo do 250 damage. Anemia's got such a cool card, man. Alright. High skill, high life, high defense, low damage. Giga Flame. How much damage is Giga Flame gonna do? I want to see. Oh, big bolt. Good job. You've been nectared. Don't. Hey. Enough of that. Maybe I gotta actually try and do some damage this time. Big Bang, what are we looking at? Oh, 200 damage. Basically just gave me the guts lead. Very cool move. Awesome. Like how separately Square and Enix were good, and ever since their merger they've been fairly sauceless as well. Brother, their merger was like 30 years ago. It was like what? 2000? It was like the year after Final Fantasy IX, I think. 2003? Oh, okay. So it was after Final Fantasy X then. Oh, dodging the nectar, eh? Big speedy. His name is Tank, but he's speedy. We call that irony, folks. You got me. Nice to see some new monsters in the tourney. Quan has been around since rank E. Yeah, alright. Whatever seed I got is giving every monster low offenses. I love it. Oh, you got me with the bolt. Very sick. And then the foolery immediately after. I love one jab out damaging like 6 attacks. Like a 6 force tech. You got me. You hit every attack. I hope it was worth it. They would make a decent dragon mock. I don't have time to do stuff I don't have ideas for, unfortunately. Are stats random? They're weighted to, like, try and make some sense, but, like, I've been getting a lot of monsters on this run that look like this. Not all of them. There was that, what's his name? We ran into a monocolor Pandora that had, like, max power and life, which was, like, beating my ass. Minus 46 guts, eh? I want to stop getting withered here, though. Regretty was still a good time? Yeah, Regretty was just, like, that's his actual stat spread, but just juiced. What's anemia fused with? It's a ghost. I didn't see his stats. Oh, okay. This guy's new and he's got damage. I don't like that. You gotta relax on that a little bit. Put you in your place. Yeah, you thought? Nice try. 850 power? Never scared. Duh, it's a gravestone. Yeah, it's a pretty cool design. This guy's at least a little bit more well-rounded with the max skill. Also, waste your guts. Love that for me. Can you do it again? Do it again. Yeah, that's fine. Toxic Nectar just not landing. Oh shit, the big stab, eh? Okay. That's fine. We're doing okay. We're gonna win this anyway. I need an attack that does damage. Let's go get Face Drill. And then I'll have a power tech that I can rely on to do damage. Love that for me. For all the times I beat his ass across like the 20 tournaments? Yeah. Surprised you don't have idea for Dragon Mock? Brother, is this your special interest? Like... I don't know how to respond to this at this point. This man really wants to see a dragon made out of a tree. Or lady, I don't know who you are. One day we'll have them all. It'll be a long process. We'll see one eventually. Okay, let's go on errantry. I'm gonna get pretty bad gains here, but that's fine. Triple combinations? Holy moly. Alright, I think we can beat Punisher. 666 power? He's evil, though. Haha. Oh, he can't hit me. Get got. 2 in a row? You got no guts left. Actually, you probably do. You have faster guts rate than I do. Oh, the big intelligence. We're dodging a lot. Way more than we should have been. I'll take it. Does it look like an evil lobster, or is it just you? We'll take a look at it. Wish there was a more monsters mod for Monster Rancher 1 DX. I got a crazy little bit of information for you. Every monster in Monster Rancher 1, except for like the 4 unlockable monsters, which are like Ape, Mew, or Ape, Nya, Dragon, and Hanger, and Magic, so there's 5. Disc, Doodle, there's 6. All the other ones can already combine with each other. There's nothing missing from that game except for like the 6 monsters that are unlockable. I guess Disc is never locked, it's just rare. Okay, so we got Face Drill. We're going to be doing some damage. And now we're back on the all sweet jelly diet. Actually, there's a plant called the Dragon Tree. It belongs to genus Dracana. So that could possibly serve as a good name for that combo. There's a Dragon Tree. That's some D&D shit. That's some Legend of Dragoon MacGuffin. Nagas that never run out of guts are so fair, it's true. Submissions are open. Yeah, that's the thing. Don't rely on me. Be the change you want to see in the world. Everybody wants to, like, everyone wants the mod to be a thing, but nobody wants to work on the mod, you know? They just want it to be done. It's why AI is so attractive to so many people. They don't want to do things. They just want things to be done. Frank Castle is weaker than John Wick? I would say so. Frank Castle's not fighting because his dog died. That's the difference. I'm gonna rest. I don't want to waste a week of lifespan here. It's his birthday! Everyone was like, I think my favorite monster needs a Melner sub. Yeah, that's sick though. Actually want to work on it. I don't know what monsters are needed. Don't want to do something that's already on the works. Again, this is just you not being aware of the situation, which is totally fine, but there's like a database for it. There's stuff that's done, and then there's actually also a list of stuff that's like in progress and being worked on at the same time. Color Pandora Metalner would be sick. I got good news for you. Somebody made it, and it looks very cool. It's a little space suit, a little visor. It's very cute. All right, we're finally neutral nature. I still have to drop it by 68 more points, but we're getting there. God, the jellies are killing me, man. Wish there was a faster way to drop my nature. After adding Mr. Beast main breed once we have the tech. So then my Color Pandora Mr. Beast can just live on as an actual combo. I didn't know about the database. Only seen the finished mods page. Yeah, and like I said, honestly, no way for you to know. But thankfully, it's something that's been thought of. Just 3 Jimmy's ass to mouth? Not quite. I made one where it's, they're Feastables bars, and their legs are like little primes, like prime energy drinks, and then it has Mr. Beast's gnarly face on the front. It was the very first mod I did. It was when I wanted to first, like, showcase the mod on stream, and like 10 minutes before the stream started, I was like fucking around and was like, made something really quick. Big shout out to Fender, because I would have been handled in a garbage Google Doc otherwise. Yeah. Hell yeah, I'll take the great. And by take the great, I mean I will scold here. No. Yes. -10 on the effective nature. I love that. I'm sorry I gotta be a dickhead, but, you know, we're taking whatever we can to move on. Okay, so I'm at -7 now. I need to drop 43 more nature, which is what? Oh, I think it's actually a good idea. Oh no, if I go, then I'm gonna miss the next major 4. I don't want to go on this one. But I have to change his nature to move on. I have to change his nature to worst. It's neutral right now. I have to change it to worst so I can, well, not quite worst, but close, so I can get life drain. Markiplier Monel, Jacksepticeye, Suezo. Dude, it's really crazy to me. And, like, you know, this is, what am I, like, 90 years old complaining about this? But I was watching clips of Northern Lion play the, whatever that dubbing game is called. I forget what it's called, but it's basically, like, you take a clip and you, like, try and match your voice to it. Fuck. But anyway, most of the clips in it were just like streamers screaming, and like Markiplier and like Jacksepticeye just like yelling at the top of their lungs. And I realized like I can't think of like anything less entertaining. Like I don't know what the kids like. I don't know what the kids 10 years ago liked or why they liked it. Shit was insane. It's just screaming. Jacksepticeye, I remember watching a clip and being like, this is actually the worst shit I've ever seen in my life. And apparently, like, he seems like a nice guy. Like, everything that's come out about him afterwards has been like, he's really nice and like everybody likes working with him. But just like the top of the lungs screaming as like an intro to your stream or your video. What were we doing as a society, man? I don't know what was going on. I don't know if you can tell from, you know, the relative obscurity of my channel and the extremely low energy vibe I give off. But it's not really my thing. It was a very of its time thing for sure. He really doesn't like the jellies, but that's okay. Watching 10-hour retrospective of games I've never played and never will. That's like 60% of my viewership. Thank God. You could be watching, you know, a 10-hour retrospective of a ride at Disneyland that has 9 million views. Dude, one of my roommates in college loved PewDiePie, which is kind of crazy to think about because, you know, I was 20 years old and he was like, dude, this is the funniest shit I've ever seen. And I remember I watched one video. I think it was like a 10-minute clip of him playing like the Deadpool game or something, and I was like, yeah, okay, this isn't terrible. And then in the next, like, I watched, like, it autoplayed the next 10-minute video of his playthrough, and there was a period where he couldn't think of anything to say for like 5 seconds. So he, like, you could see him panic, like his eyes went wide, and he's like, oh fuck, like I'm not saying anything, and he just made like extremely loud slurping noises while making like eye contact with the camera. And I was like, oh, okay, this is like making me dumber. Like I'm literally losing brain cells watching this. My parents were right about the TV. I felt bad, like, watching it. I'm like, he couldn't think of anything to say, and so instead of, like, you know, just working on something in his brain and coming up with something clever afterwards, or like letting it like gestate for a little bit, he's like, no, I just need to slurp as loud as I can. I was like, this is not for me, man. Dude, so many of these. This guy's got speed and life. He's got the Outpointo build. Also, I know it makes me sound ancient to be talking about, like, PewDiePie for the kids. Because most of those people can, like, vote. Alright, we're in there. Let's get his ass. Yeah! Hey, none of that. Oh, I still... Okay. My stabs out-damaged million bites. Also, congratulations on Zephyr and Tank both advancing. Very nice. From slurping to the N-word saying? Alright, well, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. I think listening to either makes you stupider, so... Just in very different ways. Tank won't leave me alone, man. At least he got less bad. I think he was like, I have more money than Christ. I don't need to keep doing this, which, you know, bully for him. Stop with the withering, man. Everybody hates me. Okay, we got anger. Yes, that's what I wanted. You're done. You've been hit by a smooth criminal. At some point he realized he had enough to live comfortably for the rest of his life and decided just to do whatever he felt like. Which is like, you know, you don't gotta hand it to him, but he doesn't have like the same like mental illness love for money that a lot of these guys have. Like, he's not like a Mr. Beast where it's like it's never gonna be enough. Like, his special interest is gaining more money. Like, that's his deal. It's like, oh, I don't go on dates with my girlfriend because it's got low ROI. Like, you're not actually a person. Am I gonna lose this? I lost it. I want to retry that. That's pretty close, though. Mr. Beast was built in a government lab. That's why he doesn't know how to smile or act human. I think it's just... more than anything, he wanted to, like, be rich and famous. And he decided to eschew all other aspects of life to make that happen. I mean, it worked. He did the thing he set out to do. On that front, it's, you know, commendable, I suppose. I'm not doing great. Okay, we're doing fine now. Haha, you did foolery. Haha. 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 Sucks to be you. I studied finances and couldn't even begin getting my mindset to something like that. I think for most people, it's like enough is enough, right? Like you get to a point and you're like, I'm comfortable, I don't need to do more. And that is seen in society as like a vice. Like, oh, you're comfortable, so like you stop trying. But it's like not everybody like wants to work. Some people have friends, you know? Oh, this fucker. Oh, shit. Dude, what is this? This guy beat my ass, like, way earlier. And now, I feel like he's probably gonna do it again. Man. Greed is weird to me. Like, at a point, I don't think you even need $1 million to not worry about money for life. I mean, yeah, if you're smart about it, $1 million in the bank is like, you still go to your job, but you're not stressed ever again. Fundamental level of brain brokenness in people who are richer that they can never spend or still obsessed with more money. Because it's a game to them. It's not about, you know, being happy. It's about winning. It's the same compulsion that drove them to get to the point they're at is the one that's going to stop them from ever slowing down. I don't think I got this. This is where Life Drain would come in handy. Even a crit wouldn't have done it. Okay, I'm going to get smoked here. 600 damage? Goddamn. Joxy, I need you to lose again, please. Oh, shit. That's right, this guy's pretty good, too. I'm gonna explain his weakness, which is his low defense. Yeah, I was trying. Alright. No! Okay, we did it. Okay, I need Off-Road to win. He did not win. I don't think it's happening. Not yet, anyway. I'll take second place. I lost fame. Those stat gains kind of suck. But, like, they're not terrible for where I'm at. I'm gonna get more life. I need more skill. My skill gain is not very good. It might be worth it to just start doing meditates again. Okay, minus 40. I'm very close. I need 2 more jellies and we're good to go. Joxy's insane. He's gonna be the Legend Cup champ, 100%. We haven't got a single diamond mark. We've also only fed like 3 of these cups. So. Sweet jelly. Had to think about what I was doing for a sec. Swim? My defense gains aren't good. I don't think I'm going to be dodging anything, though, at this point. Maybe we just keep running. Okay. So I'm at minus 50 nature. I'm gonna try and meditate here, and we're gonna go in air entry again. Yeah, my gains are real bad. He's in old age. Get one more sweet jelly, just to be safe, and then we'll rest. Go on expedition, and then I think the only thing that matters at that point is skill. Oh yeah, is she selling Troron yet? Troron could be good too. No, it's the next one. Troron is what, 2012? I guess we're not going to be getting used out of that. Okay. We made a mod for Power World that was Monster Rancher. What if the world was made of pudding? No magic juice, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Okay, Blue Phoenix. Yeah, I was talking about this a little while ago. I wanted the next Rancher Rundown to be on the wiki. And because it's so... Oh, fuck you, dude. Because it's so fucked up. Really, you're dodging? Excuse me. How, like, the wiki's, like, stealing from, like, the community now and, like, feeding people's creations through AI and whatever. But then I just got, like, mad thinking about it and wasn't motivated to make it, so I'm not going to have it done in time for the end of the month. But we're going to make the Undine one go live on the 31st, and then hopefully in a week or so I'll be able to get the rant out about the state of the internet, as it were. It's not going to be like a 40-minute video. That sounds like the kind of video that might pop off. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, what was, like, stopping me from, like, being motivated is just the idea of, like, pro-AI people getting in my mentions talking about it. Because, like, I got a dog at home I can talk to. Like, it's already well worth my time if you were to compare the two. One of the Blue Sky devs was like, they said something the other day. Was it yesterday? Yeah, they said something about how it was like, you gotta be nice to AI because one day AI might be used to do like insurance, and then it'll have a file on you and it realizes you said something mean about AI, so it'll like deny your claim or whatever. And my whole post was just like, I said something like, I think the difference between me and like somebody who like works at Blue Sky is that like I have friends in real life who will tell me to shut the fuck up if I say something stupid, and I don't need to get that like externally from strangers on the internet. Yeah, as a Blue Sky dev with like huge air quotes around it, because I don't think they know anything about coding. But like, so much of it just seems like if people are yelling at me on the internet, I'm doing something right. Like, that's the vibe I get from it. Let's go back actually. I want to try and do the tournament now that I have the move. Saw people dragging that post. I didn't realize that's where it came from. So that person, like, obviously has like a decent following because they are a dev at Blue Sky. But then, additionally, like, they've been making like antagonistic posts lately, and kind of got in their own feelings about like saying shit like I'm such a good poster, like I'm really good at shit posting, and like really like weird things to be proud of, right? But also they're not, because like they'll post something and then they get dragged in. They're like, oh, actually this was bait, haha. I'm just farming engagement. And it's like, no, you're not. Like, you said something stupid. You said something stupid that you believe in, and you think everyone else is dumb for telling you to shut the fuck up. People get addicted to attention. I really think it is just that, right? It's just got to be like, oh, I got a lot of impressions. Everybody hates me, but like they're talking about me. And I'm better than them, so it's okay that they hate me. That's the kind of vibe. I do think, though, like, if you're going to be obnoxious about being, like, ultra pro AI, your website that's, like, entirely vibe coded should probably, like, be able to load pictures more than 50% of the time. Like, if that's the use case and, like, your website just straight up doesn't work, it's not functional on any given day, like, you should... I would look in the mirror. Maybe, like, a lack of self-awareness is what it takes to get to that point, though. Okay, so Zephyr again. We've got the big damage move now. Aha, you failed. I will simply wait till I have 99 guts. Okay, I don't think that's going to happen if you're going to be withering me. Excuse me. The licking is annoying. Okay, we got single root attack. I think I win this though. Yeah. The inevitable once-a-month Blue Sky just doesn't work for reasons they will never explain. I mean, it's because they told it to... They asked Claude to act like a real website, and then it's like, I don't know what that means, and it stopped working. Okay, 67%. Lifesteal? Oh, get got. Yeah, you're done. You can't beat me. You can't see me. My time is now. Don't be doing foolery in front of me. How accurate is lifesteal? 0. It's 50-50. It's the most accurate life drain tech in the game by like a huge margin. It's 30 force, 0 hit, 50 guts. The big laser cutter. We got anger though, we're okay. No, this is the time. Ah, that would have been sick though. Ah! Man, the foolery and everything. That's okay. I shot my shot. It is what it is. We have some tough opponents. It's nice that I'm not just like waltzing through it. Skill does need to go up though. Power is probably fine at 900. I can't imagine I need more. Just being able to land attacks would be better though. Okay. Huge guts lead. That's fine. We're gonna swing this a couple of times. There you go. Oh my god. I think I lose. The plant can't win, man. Make a guide how to download this game. It's on legendcup.com. It has step-by-step instructions on how to do everything, thankfully. Legendcup.com and just look for the mods. Tells you how to download Reloaded 2. Tells you how to get it set up. It's very cool. Reloaded 2 is really easy. Once you download it, you just search for the game and the mods, and they show up and you download which ones you think look cool. Being able to push any button, yet none work well enough. I'm, like, honestly, it is what it is. My opponents are just very strong. Got notifications from other YouTubers this morning when they were live, but not this one. Did you click the bell? You didn't click the bell. I don't know how it works. I don't think it actually pushes it to everybody, even if you do click the bell. But you should click the bell. It's like 3% of my my subscribers have it turned on, which I think is like the normal amount. You can have water, it's fine. This definitely feels more in line with what I remember my Hopper Hall of Fame looked like. Yeah, it's gonna be a struggle. We can make it happen though. We're gonna go back to no rest method. Didn't even know what the bell did. It's the turns on notifications. That could be it. We might have solved the case. So obviously not being able to dodge is a big deal. Because my guts rate is not particularly fast. Especially slow for a plant. But also just landing attacks would be good. Ooh, oh, I cut you off early. What's a bell? Isn't What's a Bell that Animal Crossing character? Did Bell sponsor me to say that? I don't think I'm with Rogers, so they did not. I'm in the pocket of Big Bell. I'm a Bell shill. Bruh. You're gonna see why in a second. Alright. Never seen the Mountain Metapate? It's Metapate even. It's the 3-star version of the drill. I think it's when 2 times your intelligence. 2 times your intelligence plus your skill divided by 3 is 1400, I think. It's 2 times main stat plus secondary stat added together divided by 3 has to equal 1400 to get the 3rd star in the heavy drills. Tim Hortons opening in 2 days. That's cool. You'll get cheap, kind of crappy coffee and donuts. Happy for you. Tim Hortons is like in a way right now. As a kid, you know, Tim Hortons was like the place where you could get 100 different types of donuts, and every time I go to one now to like get coffee, I look at their little display case and they've got like chocolate and like apple fritters and some like weird flavor of the month. This month it's like some like matcha vanilla swirl shit. And it's like, what happened to like the 400 other donuts you had? What are we doing here? I don't need a matcha cream filled croissant. I want my sprinkle donut. Just want to try it for the sake of it. I don't think it'll surpass Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme is better on average, I think. But Tim Hortons is like exceptionally cheap. Each donut's pushing $2 a pop. It's like $1.30 Canadian, which is like 90 cents American. Like, they're still cheap. Unless they're more expensive in the States. It might be. Tariffs and all that. What's the fail chance at 3-star ratings? Like 50%. At best. Hortons is closer to Dunkin's. You go there because it's cheap. Yeah, it kind of sucks. And it's close by. But it's not expensive. More of a luxury import. Gotcha. May... I got 56 weeks of lifespan left. So I think I'm in an okay spot. I'm going to hit... what do you call it? I'm going to hit... Elder's Cup next year. And then we'll be okay. These games are pretty bad, but, you know. What are you gonna do? He's old as shit right now. But they have Timbits, that's true. Somebody's like Duncan here. I mean, it's similar, yeah, but Tim Hortons is very, very cheap for what it is. They also have, like, they keep trying to make food work. They're like, we have pizzas now. And it's like, brother, nobody wants, like, an easy bake pizza. Can we peach this guy? Yeah. $800 skill will put me in a pretty good spot, I think. There's some weird paninis. I'm like pretty sure your clients want coffee and sugary bread. They have this one. There's one menu item that I think is okay. It used to be better as a kid. They used to have like soup. That was like a big thing. They would have like soup and like bread bowls, and so you could get like soup in a bread bowl and then eat the bowl after. Pretty cool. Nobody's doing shit like that anymore. But they have this wrap that's like it's like a habanero and rice and chicken wrap that is pretty good. It's not spicy, but you know, it's white people kind of spicy. And these monsters hit those targets so far away on a skill drill and then on tournament miss a monster close to them with 80% chance. Airplay XCOM. We made this guy into a little asshole. He keeps asking for stuff. But yeah, it was really funny because for a long time, the biggest Smash Bros. Tournament in Canada was at the International Centre, which is a big convention center about 40 minutes west of Toronto in an area known as Mississauga. I say area as if Mississauga isn't the city. It's a city. But it's basically like near the airport. It's in the middle of nowhere. And so as you could expect from something like that, there's nowhere to eat. It's just like an industrial strip. And so the only place to eat was like a Tim Hortons. And it would be so funny having Americans come by for the tournament and be like, we got to eat at Tim Hortons because there's no other options. And it's like, I'm so sorry, man. Like, I don't even eat here. Honestly, not a... Like, the stats for the cheat aren't terrible. I'm not even gonna bother scolding. It's whatever. Hurt my loyalty a little bit, but not that big of a deal. Oh, I forgot to do M1 Grand Prix. That's okay. We'll do the next official tournament to gain stats. Because we're going to gain more stats doing that than we are doing this. It's fine, they're experiencing Canadian culture. But that's the thing is, like, Canadians don't eat at Tim Hortons. Nobody wants to eat at Tim Hortons. It's very much this is what's available. I remember when I was in, like, grade 9? Maybe, like, grade 8. I didn't want to do that. When I was in grade 9 or grade 8, they opened, or they started serving, like, breakfast sandwiches. And I was a big Egg McMuffin enjoyer, so I was like, oh, that's cool. And then they were served on, like, a biscuit. So it was, like, extremely, like, dense and dry. And I remember even as a kid, I'm like, what the hell is this? This shit sucks. I'll have it, I guess. And then it never got any better. Getting stuck somewhere and having to eat there is a very real thing. Yeah, for sure. XCOM 2, it's like, brother, how do you miss a giant brute next to you? Gun up to their head. Miss. Oh no, why did I turn at the last second? Egg McBiscuits? Okay, so if you're in the South, I guess you guys actually, you have like real biscuits, but fuck, man. I'm trying to say no. But he won't take no for an answer. Yeah. Favorite wrestler of all time? It's problematic to say who my favorites are. I'm gonna get canceled for my favorite wrestlers of all time. Because they're not great people. It's not like, I'm not gonna say like Chris Benoit. The list that would make me cancel you is very short. You think me enjoying... Okay, do you think there's a wrestler that I could point to and be like, I liked watching them wrestle, and you go like, no, I'm done with you forever? Because it's like, I can't think of like, oh fuck, he's failing this. Let's I don't know, we got 800 skill, that's fine. Work on life and power again. Because it's like, you know, what they're doing in the ring is obviously not the same as condoning them being shitheads. It depends how deep you go. I suppose, yeah. Roddy Piper went to the same high school that I did, and they had him give a speech when they gave him an honorary graduation certificate. That's sick. My favorite wrestler growing up was Kane. And as I got older, it was like, you know, it became harder to ignore. Well, once he quit wrestling and became a freak politician, it was like, oh, okay, this dude's like not someone I want to like be associated with. But then like a couple of fellas that, you know, I enjoy. Like, I'm a big Eddie Guerrero fan. Most of the really deplorable wrestlers also weren't terribly good, though. Yeah, that's true. I grew up in Like, before the Attitude Era, into the Attitude Era. That was like me watching wrestling for the main. And then when I was in high school, I started watching again. So like 2006-ish. And that was like Bobby Lashley in ECW. Shelton Benjamin. I guess that's, CM Punk was finally like on a major major broadcast at that point. The Miz was starting out. Johnny Nitro before he became John Morrison. Johnny Nitro. I'm not a big John Morrison fan. Huge Johnny Nitro fan. Goldust. Goldust is sick. Also, these are all new people. Except for Suni. I gotta fight a fucking 900 speed Metal Nerd. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I might lose this. You get it now? Country, lots of people love Maradona as a football player, not so much as a person. Yeah, you get it. I don't like this. I might lose this. Look at his guts rate. This shit sucks. Oh, we dodged the dash straight. We're in there. Dodge the back charge. Love that for me. Okay, what the fuck, man? Leave me alone. Okay, we hit a second to move. We're good. What a broken character, man. Snow. Oh, yeah, that's right. That guy's new, too. Okay, what's with, like, the 4 special breeds, though? Oak Swamp. Ah, yes, we had to fight him earlier. You can fight him in, like, rank C or something. Unfortunately, you're dead. Stream got behind and I was asleep, and now I'm thinking about McDonald's breakfast. Hell yeah. That was close. Metal Nerd crazy. I know. Alright, Tiger Joker. Interesting. I think I can probably outdamage him. Okay, I can easily outdamage him. Got McGriddles up here? We do have McGriddles up here. Julius. Life and skill, eh? Alright, I'm not worried about you. You got me. Extremely frame 1. Still said fight after the move was done. Oh, there's my anger. There's my chippy. Wrong move. Yeah, I don't think you can do enough damage. Yeah, you're done. Oh, you grits. He's still in it. Maybe a hot take, but McGriddles are better than McMuffins. Yeah, they're just like 800 calories is the problem. What kind of racky is that? That's Satan Claus. He's down, but not out. Franca. You know what? I'll take a million monsters like this if I don't have to fight Joxy again, you know? What's with these spreads? I don't know, man. It's your mod. Real, do you think God stays up in heaven for he too fears what he has created? Ask comment. Is she big for a pixie? She does look pretty tall. I know, but still. How's it going? It's going good. Thanks for asking. Suni. Ah, the big tremor. 2 tremors? And no anger, eh? Alright, well, I guess we're just hanging out. The face drill, look at that. Hit you from all angles. You're done. Does grit actually save you from a lifespan hit? Getting KO doesn't actually cause you to take a lifespan hit. So in that sense, it does not, no. You take a lifespan hit if your monster gets injured from the tournament. But yeah, KO doesn't make a difference. Okay, here we go. This guy fucks. Always thought it did. It does in some of the other games. I think in Advance 1 it does. I'm staying in the intelligence slots. Yeah, Monster Rancher is kind of like a peculiar franchise in that a lot of the games are very similar, but the mechanics therein, like the little things, change a lot from game to game, so it's really easy to like accidentally conflate. Oh, I gotta hit the face drill. All right, we're good. Not even afraid. So yeah, so it's really easy to be like, oh, I thought that's how it worked in this game, but no, it only works in this other game. One monster that can actually end a fight in S rank instead of running the time. Yeah, it's me. Actually, it's not even me most of the time. Even with that max power, it's I am among the ranks of monsters that cannot finish fights. Does fame affect anything? Critical hit rate. Every 10 points in fame gives you +1 critical hit rate. Beautiful stat gains, love that for me. It's actually more complicated than that if your monster is bad-natured, but it's not really worth getting into. For most use cases, 10 points in fame is 1 point in critical hit rate. Big tree. Wonder if it's as big as this kind of tree gets. Seems to have stopped growing. It's gonna lose all its leaves next week. Okay, so monster is pretty cool, almost max life. Power and intelligence doing okay. Skill would like it to be higher. Speed and defense are like not even worth raising at this point. Fame affects quests. Yeah, you also need like minimum 40 fame to go on expeditions. Yeah, he's going to be failing a lot, so I don't even know if it's worth doing 3-star heavy drills. We'll take what we can get, though. I don't really know if it's worth raising anything other than skill at this point. So you stuffed your monster full of Starfruit. You good for expedition now? Yeah. This is the shit makes you famous. Somehow. Don't ask. I think we're gonna get to a point where he's done, but I don't know if I don't know. I'm in like a weird spot with the stream, right? Because I don't want to stream too long today. But also, I do want to do the... What do you call it? I want to do the tier list. That might be a thing for tomorrow. I failed that. I just don't want to do like a half-assed thing, right? Like, tier list content's already pretty half-assed to begin with. I would like to like have an actual discussion about it. Okay, 40 weeks of lifespan. He can't get the silver peach at this point, but he can if, you know, we rest him or we put him in the freezer rather and get something else. We can also go on 2 expeditions, which will cause him to age but save 2 months of lifespan. I'm just going to try and win as many of the Big 4 tournaments as we can. Slowly get our skill up while we're doing it. 2 at a time, not too bad. So he's won what? 1 of the major 4? What kind of plant is that? Plant dragon. Oh, he hasn't won any. Oh, okay. True. Uh-oh. I want to see him beat the Legend Cup, but... Ghost Sign? And Branka and Keith moved up already, eh? Ghost Sign. New monster. Okay. Again, high speed. I gotta worry about big damage here. But I'll survive the roll assault. I'll let him do it. It's a guts advantage for me to get hit by that. So it's okay. A 50-50 on the lifesteal with the guts lead. Pretty unfortunate. How come I can't hit lifesteal, but Rouge is always hitting lifesteal? What's up with that? Explain that to me. You know how terrified I'd be fighting Rouge if she had 50% chance to hit lifesteal? Be the hardest fight in the game. She likes to punch. Alright. If Keith wins, Keith doesn't win. Ghost Sign has a 50-50 shot to win the whole tournament on the next one. Ideal for me is get hit by something like Spit and then proc Anger. I can also just win with Root Combo, Face Attack, I think. Face Drill, rather. Okay, we got him. Who's Ghost Sign Subbreed? Joker. Come on, Branka. Yeah. Alright, attempt number 2. The max speed, very annoying, but we can make it work. I'm loving the fooleries. I can take advantage of that. Okay, good damage for me. We're in there. Ah, we got the KO with the Nectar. Get got. Got his ass. Alright, so we got 1 win. We beat 1 of the major 4. 10 grand in the bank, baby. Didn't get to see Bubbles? Yeah. Okay. Intelligence and power, pretty good. Defense, useless right now, but it is what it is. Okay, 34 weeks of lifespan. Honestly, I don't think he's going to be gaining any more stats. I think maybe we just leave him like this, we put him in the freezer, and then we come back to him on another day. We can beat the game with him, it's just that he currently does not have the lifespan to do it. We should take him out for a tournament, put him back in. We can make some money with him. Farm rank B. Farm the money tournaments. But he did pretty good. His stats are higher, I think, than the Naga. 38.25. 35.66, yeah. But Naga won with 900 power and 700 skill. Because he could also dodge occasionally. And Bajarl is also here. It's a pretty funny stat spread on Keanu Reeves. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to go get some water, and then I'll come back, and we will put together a new tier list for Monster Rancher 2, BRB. All right, we're back. I'm eating a piece of bread. Okay. So, don't leave us, Keanu. Keanu will be back another day. He's got about 3 months of lifespan left. No, wait, he's got about 8 months of lifespan left. So he's not going anywhere. Just bread. I don't have time to make a sandwich. I'm streaming. Very good bread, though. My gym has a bakery right next door. And they always give us stuff super, super cheap. Okay. So what are we going to listen to? We need some background music. Add Vegemite? You got the wrong colonies, brother. Must be so tempting. It's so cheap. Like a loaf of bread that they sell. Like if I was to buy it from a grocery store, would be like $10, or like 8 or 9 or whatever for like the big like loaf of sourdough. But if I just get it from them, it's like $5. Food review content. What's actually really funny is I was thinking about that today. I'm not gonna do it, but I was eating an Egg McMuffin, and I was like, what if I did like an intellectual foodie review of a fucking Egg McMuffin, a fast food thing that like everybody has tried and everybody already knows what it tastes like. Is the plant dead? Nah, he's still hanging in there. Give everyone good reviews. Food Go or No Go by Bill Simpson. I think one video would be funny if I did like a rancher rundown on an Egg McMuffin. That would be pretty good. It's actually not like a terrible idea. But like what made me think of it was I was eating the Egg McMuffin, and it's the one with like ham on it, right? And I was like, the ham has like a bit of acidity to it, and then I'm like, that's such like a fucking pretentious thing to think. Even though it's true. It's got an acidity to it that the bacon and the sausage don't have. Okay. Monster Rancher. Fearless Maker. Okay. So, right off the hop, hold on, let me find another thing and then we can listen to some music. I cringe every time I use the phrase mouthfeel. It's funny because it is really pretentious, but it does also indicate something super important. So, like, I get it. All right, guys. What music do we want to listen to? I'm just going to mute it anyway for the like when it goes live. Once I edit this down into its own thing. I'm looking. I'm looking. Digimon Card Battle? That's actually a real good one. Oh yeah! There we go, we got the first one. Just loud as hell though. There we go. Let's what music is this? Digimon Digital Card Battle. Hold on, I have to get my desktop running. Where is desktop? There we go. Okay. And then I am here. Wait, where am I? There we go. I have appeared. So, first things first, I don't really like these anymore. We're gonna get rid of these. What I think, what do I want to say? I want to say, too strong. We can adjust it after. Always strong. I don't even know if you needed this many. Average. Format dependent. Always weak. Something like that is probably better, I think. I don't think you need like 9 tiers. Or maybe we add I don't know. Unchanged? It doesn't really work. Tears for Fears? Anyway, we'll just do this to begin with, and then I'll explain what they mean afterwards. I'm gonna do a B+, B, C, D. And so this is bannable. Always. What's the... There's gotta be a better way to raise it. Impressive. Tournament favorite. Specific. Oh my god, is this just gonna loop like 90 times? Always a threat. I think this is a good way to like talk about it. My camera's like actually like really funny right now. And then always weak. There's got to be a better way to phrase this, right? Like, I think oppressive is good. Underperforming, still pathetic. I want you guys know the the Unicode for the TM? I got that shit memorized. It's Alt plus 0153. All right, we can work around it later. But I think here we've got oppressive, we've got Metalner, obviously. This is normal. But I don't know if there's other stuff we should put in there. I would say probably not. Just because it's... You know what? Maybe having one more actually makes sense. And I'm going to move everything down one. Why has it got green background? What the hell? Why is it like this? Whatever, man. F5 might fix that. Let's try it. It did, thank you. Yeah, it was just saving the background as part of the text. And then S is just like... This is like competitive list? Yeah. Yeah, we're ranking stuff. Kamui is Tiger with a Metal Nurse Guts rate. Very, very strong. Control Shift V, paste without format. Right. Thank you. I didn't think it was going to have formatting on it. We need something for this. Band A+. So I'm changing my mind on a lot of stuff the more I play. I think straight up, Joker is the strongest monster across all formats that is not regularly banned. People might yell at me for that, but I think it's true. I think it's better than Golem. I think it's better than Color Pandora. I think it's better than Durahan. I'm trying to think of like what else is even like comparable. Arrowhead's not at that level. Surprised Canada Man didn't choose Bret Hart as one of his favorites. Wasn't too controversial. I mean, I omitted Ultimate Warrior because I was like, you know what? I think I like Eddie Guerrero more. I don't need to like debase myself talking about Ultimate Warrior. Undine, no. Joker's techs have high accuracy. Joker is strong because of its power techs, not its intelligence techs. Its intelligence techs are just like straight up worse. Yeah, I don't think anything here is as good as Joker. Might even just be Joker tier, IMO. Phoenix can be with Joker. Phoenix is really strong. I think Phoenix is like solidly here though. What are my thoughts? Well, oh, Naga. Naga's here too. Is Naga better than Joker? Yes. I'm sorry, I forgot about Naga. I forgot about Dre, my bad. So, Naga, Joker, and then... I don't know if anyone else needs to be in that tier. Specific format thread is kind of weird too. Like, I don't know. The problem with this tier list is that there's so many different things, right? Durahan would be, I think, is my next in my list, but I don't know if he belongs up here or if he's just here. I could see him being here. Durahan has slash combo, you know, wins games. He's got a lot of really accurate stuff. Very, very strong. Phoenix's more problematic subbreeds might go there. I think Phoenix is like easily here. Kato with Twister Claws? No, sorry. Kato again is a power monster in competitive play. Blue Phoenix. Blue Phoenix being different than Phoenix is interesting. Maybe specific tournament threat is like something that goes down at the bottom, like the wild card. Or I can copy, maybe this should be specific tournament, specific format threat. I don't know. Maybe like right after this, it might make sense to have like an asterisk. Maybe that's what I do. Dragon stronger than Undine, about on par with Durhan? Definitely stronger than Undine, yeah. I wouldn't put anything else alongside them. I'm a Phoenix, Undine, Pandora be close-ish, not quite. Durhan seems oppressive. Seems off to me, but fair. I think it's probably... I don't know. I think it's probably okay. I'm just more thinking about like what I want to do with this. I want to delete this row. A minus B. Okay, I think that's probably a good way to look at it. Their hand's got to be weaker than Golem. I don't think literally any tournaments prove that. I think their hand consistently does way better in tournament than Golem does. I feel like Monster 2 are outdated. What are we even talking about? We're just saying things now. All right. Let me put everything back. Let's just talk about it. So these three are banned. They're always banned. We know they're banned. You know, Metal Nurse broken. Ripper, Punisher, and Time Noise also extremely fast. Good guts rate and the strongest attacks in the game after Metal Nurse. Kamui, 6 guts rate makes Tiger just way too powerful. This is like agreed upon. The only thing is sometimes Kamui is allowed. It's not quite at the same level as these, I don't think. God, this is such like a hard thing to think about. I feel the exact opposite of this. I think it's, you know, Golem doesn't win as much as Durhan does for the most part. But they're both very similar. So why are some boss monsters included in the list while others are not included? Because there's like a tier difference in them. Blue Phoenix, unbelievably strong and lightweight. Not necessarily great in the other formats. But just crazy, crazy powerful. I don't know, man. I don't know how I want to do this. This is like kind of awkward. Do I just talk about them at their best? Where's my Zilla King at? I just explained to you why some are on and some aren't. Format dependent should be at the bottom as to separate from the others. But then there's going to be some weird stuff where it's like... Golem is not good in lightweight. So is he format dependent? I would say no, but like... Here's what I'm going to do. Too strong. I am going to take an average. We're going to talk about stuff that is sometimes really good, sometimes really bad. Raki's the biggest format dependent mon. He goes from S tier to A tier. He's extremely good in the other formats. He's just broken in lightweight. I think... Is there any other monster that does better? I mean, Blue Phoenix is probably a bigger outlier, I think. We're not going to include Kakunai's monsters in the list? Well, if it's their best version, then yeah, that's what they are. Okay. I thought really long and hard about this, and then as soon as we decided to put it together, I'm like, I'm lost again. I think as long as I explain what's what, then, you know, it, as long as we know the criteria going in, it's fine, right? Top row should be S+. A+. Okay. So we'll just talk about the stuff that's like good, whatever. We'll go through it. So Blue Phoenix, only ever used in lightweight. And in lightweight, it's extremely strong, so I'm going to put it up here. It's not... Like, Blue Phoenix regularly isn't really used in middleweight or heavyweight. It just isn't as good. It doesn't have grit. But the 9 guts rate makes it insanely powerful in lightweight, which is usually a little bit more tanky and KOs are a little bit more rare. And so it going all in on offense and just having life to defend makes it pretty good. Is it the existence of mixed formats that makes this awkward? Yeah. In mixed formats, Blue Phoenix extremely, extremely strong. But yeah, other than that, I think that's pretty good for Blue Phoenix. Regular Phoenix. I'm going to put regular Phoenix in always a threat. Things are going to move in front of it, though, I think. Phoenix is really strong. You get the power attacks, and you give it a thumbs up. You're not really ever using Phoenix's intelligence attacks. It's just, you know, it's fine. It's okay. It's good. It's way better than most of the other monsters in the game. The other things in here, Naga. Naga, best monster in the game that isn't Metalner. Extremely good. You have 3 banned Nagas because Naga is so strong. Slow Guts Rate Nagas still win tournaments or get second in tournaments. Shout out to Turnabout. I think Joker is probably next. Joker's basics are incredibly powerful. It's kind of obnoxious how good basics Joker is because you don't even need to give it any techs. You would think that its intelligence techs are what makes it strong, but that's not the case. Its intelligence techs are fine. They're serviceable, but Death Smash and Death Punch are both crazy good. Decently accurate. A ton of withering on them. Really, really cheap. Spammable. Joker's really good anti-tank. Really good against speed monsters. Just, it doesn't have any bad matchups, really. I think Durahan probably goes here. I don't think it's as good at Blue Phoenix at its peak, but it's very, very close. Durahan has access to Slash Combo, which is the best nuke attack in the game. 35% chance to kill everything in one hit, basically, for 30 guts. Crazy cost efficiency on all of its moves. The accurate stuff is really, really good. You can beat any monster. Same sort of thing as Joker, except at a little higher price point. I think Golem is probably here. And Golem... Does Golem have higher peaks than Durahan? I think Golem is not as good on average as Durahan is, but Golem's insanely oppressive in middleweight. Like, that's its best format by a wide margin, so much so that people have to build specifically to deal with it. So I think that puts him at a higher rate. This guy's like great in every format, has a chance to win any tournament it's in. Same thing here. Blue Phoenix, extremely, extremely strong in lightweight, fine otherwise, like it's not a bad monster. Same thing with Golem, extremely, extremely strong in middleweight, and fine otherwise. Good in heavyweight, not as good in lightweight, but still like decently strong regardless. And if you give Joker Death Slash, that's a move that just ends games immediately. Yeah, exactly. Color Pandora after Joker. Well, Color Pandora, I think, is the next monster we talk about. Color Pandora, extremely powerful in every format. You get Giant Whip and you get Kamikaze, and you can beat any opponent. It's just that simple. And then you have like 100 other options depending on flavor or to deal with a specific meta or whatever. I don't know if I would put it after Joker. I think this is probably okay. Like, this is pretty nebulous here. But, like, this is all, like, extremely, extremely strong. Centaur is probably next up. But I don't know if it goes here. Centaur loses a decent amount because if it's really bad basic techs. Death Thrust and Triple Stabs is a crazy combo as well. Death Thrust is insanely powerful, very cheap, just really, really inaccurate. So, you know, there's always a risk of it not landing. Triple Stabs is great, though. Smash is fine for a basic tech, I guess, but rear leg kick is really awful. But that one bad tech is the only thing stopping it from being like in the next tier, I think. Dragon probably... I don't know, is Dragon here? I could see Dragon here. I think Dragon could go in Oppressive. Dragon's kind of got the same thing. Like, you can build him 100 different ways. We saw him do really well in heavyweight this year. Or no, in middleweight with Dragging It Out. The Macho Cheeses one that had like all the long, like, quote-unquote bad animation time text on Dragon. Even that one did pretty well. He's got a really good set with just the basic attacks and getting tail attack. Trample is extremely good. Pretty sick. I think it's Centaur tier, personally, but it's Nebulous. He's, like, right on the cusp. He's either better than Centaur or, like, worse than Color Pandora. I think I could put him here. These are still, like, tournament winners. I think everything that we put in here is going to end up moving in front of Phoenix, but, like, Phoenix is definitely in here as well. Arrowhead. Arrowhead I don't think is as good as Phoenix, but Arrowhead, again, it's got the Sacred Combo. It's got a lot of really sick moves, really strong. Isn't Dragon's very low lifespan its biggest flaw? In competitive play, that doesn't matter at all. It's not a worry at all in competitive play. In competitive play, we're just looking at tech strength and guts regeneration for the most part. What else? Top list here. Hair. Hair goes here, I think. Hair is really, really powerful. Again, same kind of thing we're seeing in all the other top tiers where it has the ability to make a really strong build with like accurate attacks or nukes or a combination of both. Hair is really strong, and people keep saying that Hair's like, it's good, but like it's not great, and then it does a really, really good in tournaments. Hair is good in every format. Probably worst in lightweight, but still fine. Like, I don't think there's a situation where Hair is not particularly good. I'm seeing a lot of stuff that could like go in the next tier though, and it's making me think that we might have to put some more stuff up here. Because like I'm looking at Hanger. I think Hanger belongs here. Only because of how good it is in middleweight. In lightweight, it's like fine. In heavyweight, it's an okay monster. In middleweight, it's very, very strong. I don't know. It's hard to say. I think it belongs here, but I don't think it belongs in the same tier as like Dragon and Centaur. I could see them moving up. It's hard to say. I remember I think Arrowhead historically has like kind of fallen off a little bit. I think Arrowhead was better for a while, and then I could see it being at the top of A, but I don't think it's much better than that. Suezo's in here. Suezo's good in every format. We saw Suezo clean house in, was it lightweight? We had 3 pink eyes fighting for the championship. How the Mighty Have Fallen. He's still really good, right? It's just that, you know, over a longer period of time, he hasn't been, like, extremely, extremely strong. He's good. He's really strong. He can win any format, but he's not, like, a guaranteed win. Suezo is a demon in mixed formats. Suezo is maybe even here in mixed formats, but I think I want to put it. I want to put it in A. A tier is gonna have a lot of killers in it. Suezo has great power techs, great intelligence techs. Its basics are extremely good. Tongue Slap is a great tank killer. A lot of accurate stuff on the intelligence side that we don't actually see used too much. Telepathy was kind of seen as a crappy move that ended up seeing a lot more use in the last couple of years. Yeah, I think it's okay there. I think it's fine there. I would even maybe put it ahead of Hanger. Raki? Oh, Raki's up here. Raki is the best monster in lightweight, and it's pretty good in the others as well. In the others, it's probably like a B. In lightweight, it's like S tier. It's like maybe bannable, but not quite. Very, very close. It doesn't need to build any skill in lightweight because you have such a low cap on your speed in that he's able to just abuse techs that have plus 20 hit, put all those points that would be wasted in skill into surviving, and then all of a sudden you've got big damage, fairly accurate, and you can't be killed. Raki when it's time to off-stat basic, yeah, I know, he's down here. Ape has grown on me a lot. I think Ape is A tier. Basics Ape incredibly good. I never thought he was bad, but he felt like he was fine when DX came out. And then the more I've seen of him, the more I've played with him, the more tournaments I've seen him do well in. I think it's kind of hard to deny that he's really, really strong. Strong basics plus killer heavy techs? Yeah. I think the problem with Ape is that it's easy to kind of build him wrong for a format. You can get roll assault in a format where it doesn't kill, and then the opening, even like opening with it, kind of feels like it puts you behind. But grab throw also is like maybe not great all the time, but when built correctly, Ape is like stupid powerful. I don't really know if you can be like, oh well, if you build this guy wrong, then he's pretty bad. Ape is one of the quiet winners of DX. It's done very, very well in most of my tournaments, yeah. Hey, Friendly, how are you doing? Galley is kind of dependent on the format. It's either A or B. I think Galley has kind of dropped off a decent amount. I think it's so strong in lightweight, and in middleweight it's good, but it's very matchup dependent. It's build dependent. But I think you can't deny Giant Blow and Giant Thwack, Napalm. They're all so crazy. Like, they're all really good attacks. The problem is just having the offstat basic. Galley B tier? I could see that. I don't think it's as good as we once thought it was. But it's, I could see it being top of B. I could see it being here. Where's Undine at? I see her a lot in many tournaments. I don't know. Where does Undine go? Undine, probably here? Undine is one of the most powerful monsters in the game if you do tech deletion. And without tech deletion, you have to worry about, you gotta worry about Ice Sword every time. Either here or here. Either like really low end of A or average, you know? She can cover it up with Splash. Splash is also an incredibly shitty tech, though. People don't really talk about that. People don't talk about how the move that you cover up the basic tech with is worse than the basic tech itself. Crazy how Undine has fallen. Rancher Rundown coming out in 4 days. Tierlist talking, need to watch this later? Yeah, I'm gonna like edit it into something that's more watchable. I could see Undine being here, but I think it still has the same problem as Galley, where it's like some issues. Do we call, instead of average, we call it some issues? Ko's always strong. I could say some issues. And then I think that makes sense. We do that. I would put her above Galley. Take Ice Swords and Uppercut and try to knock them out of Slaw 1. Ice Swords is the play, yeah. You get Ice Swords, you swing it, and you hope you move out. Here, I thought Gaboo is better than Golem in any format. It's not. Tiger probably goes in always strong. You can build tank Tiger, you can build speedy Tiger. Mixed attacker Tiger is kind of interesting. Even though all of the best moves are in slot 3, so you got to choose. Water gun and cannon are nuts. They are, yeah. I think Tiger going here is probably okay. Those basics are actually fine. It's why Tiger's good to begin with. Tiger's basics seem really shitty on paper, but they're actually not terrible when you consider animation time and you consider his guts regeneration rate. Top-ended Tiger competes with the best? Yeah. I don't think Tiger is here. Tiger is never like, oh, this shit's going to win the whole tournament. Whereas, like, you run into any of these and, like, you're afraid your monster is going to lose. That's kind of what I am, I'm thinking of when I see these, for the most part, right? Is like, oh, that monster is, like, going to beat my ass. Raising a mono power Tiger with basics and stab, that's pretty good. It's a strong build. Between Suezo and Hanger? I could see that. I think 8 might be better than Hanger even. Kamui's placement, where would Tiger Metalner be? I mean, Kamui... Oh, Tiger Metalner... Does it even move its guts rate? It should. It should move it up 1, right? 6 times 0.6. Is Tiger 8 or 9? Is Tiger 8 guts rate or 9 guts rate? 9? I think it's 9, right? So it would move up to 7. Does Dayton move it up? Dayton must move it up to an 8, right? Oh, sorry, 9 times 0.6 plus 6 times 0.6. Okay, so Dayton's an 8. Yeah, so Metalner would be the same. It moves up to 7.8. Since it rounds down. Or rounds up, rather. So Metalner wouldn't fix it at all. So it's still here, I think. It's that extra 2 guts that like makes this fucking cracked. But Jarl's the prototypical gambler? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's all stuff that, like, I think I am sure of. And then we'll talk about the rest as we get through it. Bajarl, yeah, gambler. You're swinging 30%, you're hoping for the best. It is what it is. You're gonna see, there's an entire reason this tier exists. For some, it's more likely than others that they do well or do badly, but like I don't think Bajarl is as bad as we thought he was. He's just, you know, he's not good. Baku's the same thing. Baku is maybe arguably really low B, I could see. But for now, we're going to put him in Gamblers because Baku's best tech is Diving Press. So it's, you know, you're trying to land Diving Press. And if you miss it, you're probably in trouble. Almost every build goes for that. And the ones that don't feel weak. Beaclon? Beaclon, the more I play Beaclon, the more I don't think he's very good. Best tech, but it's a pretty good tech, yeah. Jill be considered B tech? Yeah, Jill is, let's ignore Beaclon for now. Jill is here. Jill is really good in lightweight, but not oppressively so. And in everything else, he's kind of just trying to hit punch combo. You could even argue he goes here. But I do think he's probably better than some of these just because, you know, his upper, like, peak is in lightweight, which is pretty high. In lightweight, he's like up here. But in the other formats, he's not great. So I think that's what the some issues is that he's inconsistent from format to format. Again, I do think he's strong. Like, Undine's not weak. Galley's not weak. So him being here is not like a, oh, this is an indictment or anything like that. It's just, you know, it is what it is. I could even see putting a tier in between these. Here, maybe I'll do that. I'll do a B- tier. Or, no. I'll do average. And then strong with some issues. Does that make more sense as a B+ or A-? I think I could see this being A-, but we'll leave that. It's more of a nomenclature thing than anything else. B, like a plus is like the lower tier but better, and a minus would be the higher tier but worse. And I think it's more accurate to say it's the higher tier but worse. And then A is like, this leaves A as being like, these guys win tournaments. Back to Beaclon. Beaclon is here. What's an A- tier so far isn't a surprise to win a tournament? Yeah, exactly. A, like, if you put brackets around it, it's like, these guys win tournaments. It's maybe only specific tournaments. But yeah. Beaclon's fine. Beaclon doesn't do anything special. He's got a couple of good techs. He's like a prototypical mid-tier. He's okay. He's fine. Duckin, unfortunately, my boy Duckin just sucks in this version of the game. He's absolutely the worst loser between Monster Rancher 2 and Monster Rancher 2 DX. Almost every other monster in the game got something that like helped it out. Duckin did not. Duckin is really bad, and it's really unfortunate. Duckin's biggest strength in the original Monster Rancher 2 is that he had a lot of like fairly expensive attacks, but everything he had did a good chunk of withering. So he could outspeed his opponents on guts, hit an I-beam. It cost 27 guts to do like 20 damage, but it also withered a lot. And so you would hit the I-beam, and they would be like, okay, I'm locked out. I can't attack again until 45 guts. They'd go back up, and you hit him again, you lock him out again. The power attack's very accurate, good for like closing out matches. But he gets completely obliterated in DX by there being no limit on guts usage anymore, because he's gonna spam Flutter Slap, and Flutter Slap is a really bad tech. Beak Thrust is marginally better, but really expensive for what it does. He's just, he doesn't have anything that like 12 other monsters in the game don't have a better version of. It's really unfortunate. F for Duck Boy? I know, it sucks. Because I love ducking. Gaboo? Gaboo, I think, is here. Gaboo is really good, but its problem is that it is not a good anti-tank. Gaboo kind of gets his ass beat by tanks. You could go into Electric Blow or whatever, but you're like really hoping that you're only fighting tanks if that's the build you go for. Gaboo is extremely good anti-speed, but he's not really good at anything else. So Gaboo can still win a tournament, but he has the problem of just really hoping his matches like pan out the way he wants them to. Like his matchups pan out the way he wants them to. It's unfortunate. Alright, we only got a couple of monsters left. Anybody think anything here is like egregiously wrong? Anyone want to argue with me? Gaboo's high B for you? I could see that too. The problem with me saying that though is that Gaboo consistently beats middleweights. Or not middleweights, heavyweights. He consistently beats heavyweights because they just all go speed. And then he's got Samurai Kick. He's got Slap. He's got... Long Punch isn't great. Chop Combo is solid. Okiman specifically an S. As in he wants to either... Oh wait, what'd you say? I think Duckin is a gambler. The problem is I think the gamblers are able to rely on the gamble, and Duckin cannot. Duckin, like, I mean, I guess Explosion, but like he's so much worse at Explosion than like this guy is at Diving Press and this guy is at Hook, you know? It is really funny. Duckin has a couple of moves that have very good numbers on them, and it's funny how little it matters. Swinging the good moves are an issue? Yeah, exactly. Ghost. Ghost can't do anything. I'm moving on. Nobody said I was super wrong. Boo is B. He has more issues than others in the same tier. I mean, we're going to add some more monsters there. It'll make more sense, I think. I could see B though. I could see him being average. I think Toriel from Undertale deserves more than C. It kind of does look like that, you're right. Ghost sucks. Ghost doesn't do any damage. It has the most accurate move in the game, and it takes like 9 seconds to animate, so it doesn't matter. You can't like use it to win. He's good in welterweight. He's good in the format where everyone is good. Maybe in human control matches, Duck can make his comeback. Duck is good if you can play yourself, yes. Ghost sucks for sure, no contest. Yeah. Hopper. Hopper, you know what? I don't... Hopper is weird, because I think Hopper is okay, but I don't think he's necessarily better than these guys. I think he's a gambler. Hopper really... Yeah, so Hopper's issue, more than anything else, is that he doesn't do any damage with any of his attacks other than Hopper combo. If it weren't for Hopper combo, we'd definitely be D tier. I think, yeah, that's true. Okay, so everyone's agreeing that it's like, you need the Hopper combo. The other chip damage is fine. It gives him something like a contingency in case it doesn't land. But, like, Hopper combo is what it is. They have spammable techs, yeah, but none of them do any damage. The 6 Guts Raid Bloody Eye is kind of okay because it can swing Hopper combo like 4 times in a match and it only needs to land it once. But it is gambling, right? Hopper is intended to be the speedster who slowly whittles away the opponent while dodging attacks. That's the intended purpose, yeah, but everyone else is just gonna get a KO. Hopper's icon looks like a duck and looking up. I can kind of see that, but it's one half of his face looking forward. Gel I think is here. Not even. I think Gel is maybe always strong. It can also swing flick combo a lot, and that move does stuff. Yeah, that's true. But regular Hopper can't. I don't know. I don't know if I want to say Gel is stronger than these guys. Maybe Gel is here. Nah, Gel is good. What am I talking about? Gel, you know, 2 whips is like arguably one of the best basic techs in the game. The cubes are crazy. He can gamble with that, but he doesn't need to. You can build Gel really, really differently depending on the format you're in. You can rely on cubes, you can rely on whip, you can rely on Gel top. I'd say Gel is stronger than Galley, but it does have a few problems. What would you say its problems are? This isn't me being confrontational. This is me asking for like actual input. Yeah, because Hopper sometimes just swaps to rapid flick and then you become kind of miffed. Yeah, exactly. Also, I might need to come up with a name that isn't average. Because, like, having most of the monsters up here is going to be funny. Intelligence build being difficult to use. Yeah, Intelligence Gel has a lot of issues. It's got great text, but it's just... what are you going to do? I could see it being, like, maybe the weakest. I don't necessarily know if I would call it an A-, but it's there. Average is going to be the... we're going to need to change the name of this, but... just call this, like, okay. Kato, I think, is here. Kato, I think, is better than... B-Clon. I think, you know, the basics are really strong. We saw a lot of work with Hopping Claw, but... like, Hopping Claw, Drill Claw... they're fine. If Gel had Mana Drain, you'd have a good intelligence build, yeah. Just now figured out what Kato's icon is supposed to be? Yeah, it's like this is a mustache, but it's just... it's see-through for some reason. For the longest time, I thought it was like... this was an arm, and this was an arm, and he had a little body, and he was just like stanced up like this. Yeah, I thought it was his whole body too. Yeah. It took me a really long time to see it, but it's like a mustache that they forgot to color in. Giga Chad Kato, yeah, exactly. All they had to do was like color the nose and the mustache, just make it white, the same white or whatever. It would have been okay. So I don't get Metalner or Durahan. What do you mean Metalner? Really? Eyeball, little antenna. Durahan is fucked up. Durahan is like a 3/4 profile view, and I'm saying this just like because I know what it's supposed to look like, but I don't think it looks like that. I think this is the worst icon. This is like the grill. This is the top of the helmet, but not the plume. This is the plume. And this is the top of the helmet. And then this is the grill. So if you can imagine an eyeball was supposed to be here. That's an eyeball, and that's the antenna. It's like a 3/4 view of him looking like this, with the antenna on top. Thought Durham was his shoulder. As a kid, I thought, yeah, this was his shoulder, and this was his arm, and this was his armpit. I always thought Undine's top part of her icon was entirely of her hair and head, and the nose and lips was the body. Oh, like you thought this was the head and the hair, and then this was the body? I can see that. Yeah, this is an eye and a nose, though. Undine's is kind of ugly, too. Would Mew's Twiddling 2 count as Gamble? I think I want to put Mew here, Strong with Some Issues. I do think Mew is really good. I think it's underrated still. I don't think Mew's ever going to get its time in this spotlight, I think. But I think Mew is probably like here. I think it's like Galley-ish. Scratch is really good. Twiddling 2 is pretty gamble heavy, but you don't need to get Twiddling 2. Be the change you want to see from you. I already have, man. I'm the only reason anybody thinks it's like even good to begin with. I had to make like 12 competitive Mews and keep winning with them. And then people are like, oh, Mew's actually pretty good. I think Mew's biggest weakness is just that it wants a faster guts rate than it has, and it has just like abysmal basic text. So it's just got stuff it doesn't want to swing. Nobody else can make a bigger claim for trying with Mew. I don't think they can. I think I've tried harder than anyone else. The proof of concept's been proven, though, I think. I think it's pretty good. This is like not bad. This is still extremely strong. Mochi's in with the gamblers. Mochi, better than Duckin, better than Ghost. I'm saying it right now. Mochi has diving press and giant press. He's got thrusts. Everything else is dog shit, but like, you can land diving press and win. Tier list without an F tier should be banned. Why? That's what I'm saying. Mochi the strongest? I think Mochi is better than these two. I think it's really hard to argue. Is Gel and Gaboo icon the side? Or at the player? Side. Side. So this is Gel with his little hand up. He's being sassy about it. And then Gaboo is just a picture from the side. Other than Jill and some of the mixed breed basic mons, which breeds do you think improve on mixed formats? Phoenix. Tiger, I don't know if Tiger improves. Tiger's problem is it gets stronger, but I don't think it outpaces other monsters. Suezo, but you said mixed attacker. Raki, obviously. Well, Raki's also a mixed attacker. Doi. Joker, again. Joker, I think, has a strong mixed attacker build. But because of how strong other monsters get, it, like, in comparison, it doesn't get as much of a boost. Tiger and Suezo seem like good mixed attackers, yeah. The letters in the tier list convey meaning, and nothing is so unlikely to win Monster Rancher deserves F tier. Yeah, exactly. F tier is like, this is like garbage, it will never win. Everything's got a chance to win. Mock's in with the gamblers. Mock is, you throw twisters and you hope for the best. That's literally what its build is. In mixed attacker, it's a little bit better because headbutt is okay. Headbutt's actually a really good basic tech, but it's not enough to make it good. But it's better. But like, he is literally, you get twisters and you hope it lands, right? Like that's what it does. I don't know if Baku really deserves to be here. Did Mock even do well in lightweight? A couple of times, yeah. Energy steal is crazy in lightweight. In middleweight, twisters can kill instantly. There's reasons. Baku can't. I'm putting Baku here. I'm putting Baku here. Baku's gamble is different. The gamblers can only gamble. That's like saying, like, oh, he goes here because he has Deathbringer and slash combo. I think Baku is better. I think Baku's okay. Monol. I think I want to put Monol strong with some issues. But I feel like Monol's guts rate is like kind of an issue occasionally, but I don't think it's really that bad. I think Monol has won too many tournaments to be anything lower than A. Gust Breath has a bad rap. I think it's a bad opener, but I think if you can like not swing it on frame 1, Monol kind of has to be above Ape. I guess, yeah, it is kind of like I'm you, but stronger. I can see that for sure. Monol's basics are really good. Its heavy attacks are insane. They're crazy, like, accurate for heavy attacks. The bad guts rate actually ends up making them even better. I think that's probably okay. I could see Monol anywhere. The flattening line is okay. It's just really slow. Your opponent builds up a ton of guts. X? Yeah, X is way too slow, but you don't get X. Do I want to move him up anymore? Flattening L isn't even slow. I think it's faster than regular flattening. Maybe better than Tiger? I was going to say the same thing. This is an interesting tier here, like from hair to Monol. Okay, we'll move on. Nighton, my boy. Nighton, I think, is like here. Nighton's really good in middleweight, like exceptionally strong in middleweight, and has some issues otherwise. Pretty good in heavyweight as well. Lightweight is a really bad format for it. I've tried mixed attacker Nighton, and it's one of those things where its power attacks are good and its intelligence attacks are good, and you think together they'd be fine, but like it kind of gets outpaced by some of the other monsters. I think Nighton, the shell line is pretty solid. Rip the Whip, yeah, I know. Hey, he did pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how well Rip the Whip did, considering he's like maybe the worst Nighton sub-breed. I think it's probably better than Mew. In the long run, I think Nighton has proven itself to be a little bit stronger than Mew is. You can rely on Nighton to win tournaments more often. Do we have any objections to that? Nighton better than Mew. I'd probably put it above Undine. Yeah, I could see that. Hell, I'd probably even put Mew above Undine. This is like... These two don't belong with the rest of this, right? These two don't belong with the rest. I think these probably belong here, the more I look at it. Yeah, anyway. So Pixie. Pixie's always weak. Pixie's better than Duckin' and Ghost, though. Pixie doesn't really have anything big. Like, it's got Giga Flame, it's got Big Bang, but, you know, those are in crowded slots. It's just, I don't know. It's not great. Next low tier tournament, Undine is invited. Low tier would still be B and lower. I don't know if that has changed too much. Heard Mew weak just before going to the bathroom. Now he's strong. I didn't say Mew weak. I said some people like think Mew is weak, but I think Mew is like... Mew is maybe the best monster that doesn't win tournaments. Mew has weak basics, yeah. Yeah, Mew is like arguably the strongest monster who like doesn't consistently win stuff. It's always getting like top 4, but just like has not. It has some bad matchups is the real problem. Against stuff that can wither, against like a Joker or a Naga, Color Pandora, it's just like it's gonna struggle a little bit. Mochi and Mach on that grind took 5 years to get out of bottom tier, yeah. Okay, Plant next. Plant, I think, is probably here. I don't want to go too crazy, but I think Heavyweight Plant has done well enough times that it's like, Plant is fine. I think Plant is okay. There's enough different builds you can do with it. You can go heavy. You can go root attack. I think it's okay. I think it's better than everything else below it. Just curious if this game is not actively changing. How are the tiers changing? Bigger sample size. People find new builds. People start making new builds to deal with the other new builds. It changes like that. As people like try to optimize things more and more. Hold on. 1 second. Give me 1 sec. My my recording crashed. I just want to make sure I have this recorded. Okay. I'm just I'm moving some stuff over so I can keep going. I'm sorry, it's a little bit quiet right now because I'm trying to avoid talking about anything too interesting while the recording's dead. I don't want any of the interesting stuff to not make it in, you know? Okay. So Lightning Pixie does put her in C tier gamblers. Lightning is like one of the most accurate attacks in the game. Lightning is very, very strong for Pixie, but the thing is that it's kind of like the same problem that Gaboo has, where you can't rely on just having accurate attacks. You can't rely on just having accurate attacks. You need to be able to mix it up. And Pixie's bigger attacks are not doing anything. So Pixie's problem of always being weak is that it really, really depends on who it fights. And there's so many builds that it just like loses to. So if you get exceptionally lucky and you only ever fight monsters with like low speed or low speed and life or something that's like easy to kill, something that any other monster could take out, Pixie's gonna struggle. There's nothing that like Pixie specifically has a good time against. I don't think it like wins any matchups. It beats Ghosts and it probably beats Duckin, but other than that, I don't know. It can beat some of the gamblers too. The gamblers are like, these are weak monsters that have the potential to just win because they can swing at 35% and hope for the best. Worm is decently strong. I don't know if it's A tier worthy. I think Worm is A- for sure. I think Worm is probably here. The accurate attacks are crazy. Pinch Throw wins tournaments occasionally. I think Worm probably deserves to be here. I don't know. Does anyone disagree? Worm strong with some issues seems appropriate. I think that's probably fair, right? It's good monster. But like a lot of its best stuff is really expensive. So the problem is that like it only gets to swing it once or twice. Worm who misses like one of its nukes is like in trouble. Mew always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Yeah. Okay. We got two here. I am going to piss off some people. I think Zilla is D tier. The more we play, I don't think Zilla is very good at all. You can maybe make him a gambler. You would have to make him a gambler. Zilla worse than Mach? I don't think Zilla is worse than Mach. I think Zilla is probably like here. He's in the gamblers. Yeah, Earthquake is kind of what you got to rely on. You got tail swings. They're not great. Knocking up is probably its best attack. But I think you gotta be hitting Earthquake. If you're not relying on like the one-shot kills with him, then he's definitely down here. Because he has the same problem the rest of them do, where it's like moves that are fine but don't do a ton of damage don't win games on their own most of the time. He also has a lot of traps. He has a lot of moves that like seem okay on paper, but like when you land Zilla Rush, you're like, that didn't feel good. That felt like a waste of guts. But Jarl better than Zilla, I think. I think I could see that. I think Bajarl could go here. That could make sense. Again, like, he's got moves that are good. It's like, he's like a very, very expensive color Pandora with a really, really bad guts regeneration rate. Like, you think about it, you've got like Earthquake, and you've got Tail Lashes, right? It's, oh, you got your big nuke, and you got your extremely accurate attack. But they both cost like twice as much as what it costs Color Pandora to do anything. And Color Pandora has a better guts rate, right? Zilla Rush feels good when it crits, but that's also gambling. Yeah, exactly. And then Zoom. Zoom, I think, is probably like here. Is it better than Baku? I could say it's better than Baku. Is it better than Baku? Baku's won more tournaments. Zoom's like, he's okay. He's just whatever. I think like these three here are like all extremely equal. How's Mixed Attacker Zoom? Better. Zoom does okay in lightweight because you have access to like Firebomb, and also his basics aren't dead slots. Bite and Fireball are less committal than Diving Press, but less powerful as well. Yeah, that's true. I could even see, like, this is kind of weird, right? Because I could see these two being in a tier of their own. I could see Plant being in, like, a weird B- above these, but, like, below everything else. I don't know how granular we want to get with it, though. Upon reflection, this tier list is what kind of additions and changes... Upon reflection of this tier list, what kind of additions and changes would you like to see if a new Monster Rancher game was made? I don't know. It's... People ask this question a lot, and so you think I would have an answer. But the problem is I think Monster Rancher is a good game, right? And because I think Monster Rancher is a good game, it's hard for me to be like, oh, here's how it could be better. I'm not... There's not a lot that I'm not too crazy about. I think it's a really strong game. It does all the stuff it wants to do really well. It's fun. I don't have any real gripes with Monster Rancher 2. Looks pretty balanced. Also, the thing about Monster Rancher is that like most of these guys can win tournaments on any given day, right? So having this big A tier here is like, these are the guys you can expect to win stuff. And then the stuff down here is like, it's less likely. Most of my wincing was about building for tournaments more than anything else. Yeah, I think the only real issues with the game are in a meta context, right? Of like, if you're trying to play the game in a way that's unintended, it becomes kind of tricky. But like, what do you say to that? How do you build for that? Being a dragon main is suffering. It's tough, yeah. Yeah, so this tier list doesn't take into consideration ease of making the monster, or else fucking Jill would be all the way up here. Jill's arguable best build is one you can get off of a disc. There's a Gontar that spawns with 14 guts rate, which is the fastest you can get on, or 12 guts rate that you can get. Not Gontar, Wandar. Gontar is Baku hair. Wandar with a very fast guts rate. I think it's 11 actually. It's the fastest Jill can get, and it starts with punch combo and the basics, and that's basically Jill's best build outside of lightweight. My experience as a new player is that the early game is a bit vague and it takes a while to get the game some money going. I think that's fine though, right? Like, what makes the game so compelling is that it's kind of a mystery. It's like having a pet. Like, you don't know what your dog's thinking 24/7, right? Would having a dog be better if you knew what he was thinking the whole time? I'm going to say no. I think ignorance is bliss. I do think, though, that it is a game that requires a little bit of an investment in your time. And that's something that, like, a lot of people these days think is, like, a cardinal sin in gaming. They're just like, oh, well, this doesn't tell me everything I need to know in the first 15 seconds, so it's bad. And it's like, well, no, it's just, you know, it's a product of its time where, you know, maybe you only had one game. My dog hits me with her toy in the ankles when I work. Enough. I don't need to hear her screaming play every 3 seconds. That's true. Ain't that the truth? I think, and this is not like a criticism of you or anything. Like, you're allowed to think whatever you want to think about the game, and, you know, more power to you. But I think there is a lack of, like, immediate, like, instant gratification in Monster Rancher. And because of that, a lot of people find it boring and obnoxious. And that's fine. Like, it's not the game for them. But I don't think it should be changed to cater to them, because I feel like that makes the game worse overall. I think if you're going to do story elements, pacing them in a way where it shows that, like, you're improving, kind of like the way UKMR did it. All the story elements and stuff in that game, like, it increases all, like, random encounters and shit increase over time in terms of, like, their stats and whatever, but it makes you feel like, oh, okay, I have a yardstick to measure against. But I think the thing about Monster Rancher is that it lets you measure with that yardstick whenever you want. You can enter tournaments whenever you want, and you see how you're doing, and it's like, oh, I'm not ready yet. I'm gonna wait a little longer before I enter the next tournament. The first time I played Monster Rancher as a kid, I entered every rank E tournament, and I got, like, second or third every time, and I was like, you know, one day I'm gonna win. And then literally the second time I rented the game, I got to rank B. Like, the jump of just being like, I'm fucking around and I don't know what's happening, and I keep losing in rank E, but, like, oh, maybe I'll make it. Maybe I'll make it next time. To, oh, okay, I kind of get what's going on, and getting to rank B fairly quickly was not like a laborious process. It didn't take very long. Thought it was natural that monsters just stress out and die early. I mean, it is if you're playing the game a certain way, for sure. Alright, what time is it? It's 5 o'clock. So what do we think of the tier list? Anything need to change? I think we're in an okay spot. Things mostly feel fine. Stuff like Raki is so strong in one format that it pulls up him from, like, A-. I think it's okay. A couple of years in tier list, I think it's pretty solid. I think we're doing okay. Post? Alright, we'll post. Okay, so that was fun. I appreciate y'all. Stop recording there. Fun stream. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to be streaming some more. We're going to finish off that plant. And, I don't know, we'll do something else. We'll play Pokemon Auto Chess or something. The world's our oyster. Thanks for the stream. Thank you guys for watching. Let's raid somebody. Oh, hell yeah. Dude, Ty Tuesday is playing Aragites, but he's not playing the Aragites you guys know from me playing. He's playing Aragites in, oh, maybe he is. But there is an adventure game attached to Aragites that we've been playing, that we haven't been playing, but it's very, very sick. Also, he's doing the beach games. We're just gonna raid. It's gonna be fun. Okay, bye-bye. I'll see you guys later.